Asante. Maybe we can call you later utupatie nyingine ukiwa nayo.
Kabisa iko.
Asante. Thank you very much. Okay. Kuna watu wana miss bana, kuna watu wana miss, kuna watu wako jela, kuna watu wamefunguliwa mashtaka yenye haiwahusu. Sijui mtawasaidiaje. Kuna jamaa nimeona hapa anaitwa Clinton ako Industrial Police. Willis hii haiko space yetu na wewe ni ya vijana, lakini sasa are you able to follow up this case? Huyu jamaa atoke bana. Mtu amekaa ndani more than 3 weeks bana. Hakuna kitu tunafanya. Tunamsaidiaje Willis bana? Huyu jamaa anaitwa Clinton, alafu mna wengine pia.
Ndatafuta jina yake. Then kesho niende huko industrial area, nitakupigia unipatie details.
Okay.
Ama utume tu kwa DM.
So before uende, what do you think about this cabinet thing? Hii kitu wamekoroga jana juzi.
You know, ya muhimu hapa hizi tu ni nonsense. Tunapangwa tuna hii Ruto na watu wake. Because hii cabinet si cabinet ya wase. Na si cabinet ya Wakenya. It's just somebody who has sat down with this cabral that they want to put us in slavery. And if you go behind every nominee, you'll find the story of what interest they represent. And none of those nominees represent the interest of the people of Kenya. And that is quite telling. Take, for example, Alice Wahome, which interest is she representing? And she's going to superintend of affordable housing. Look for this nominee for health. Where was she working before she came here? What interest is she representing? WHO. What is their interest in the people of Kenya? So, and you can go down the entire list. Look at Aden Duale, defense. What is the interest with Somalia and the border, the minerals within our offshores, the seaside, and the security of that area? All these CSS are representing a particular interest, which is not the interest of the people of Kenya. I always say, this conversation is about the people's agenda. And William Ruto does not get it. And these people don't get it. These guys are slaves. And they want to turn us to be their slaves. It is said that when the wicked are in authority, the nation mourns. And when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. We are all agreed that the people of Kenya are now mourning. That is an affirmation that the wicked are in authority. And it is our duty as the citizens of this country to do everything within our power and control to make sure that we remove William Ruto and his cabral from power. As it is, this regime has overtaxed us. Now, they are using an ingenious way to get money from us and to use that money to buy weapons, tear gas, to attack us, the very citizens. You saw the last 2 weeks, they've floated bonds, domestic bonds and bills in our domestic market. Whose money is that? And why were they floating 2 bills in 1 week? It's because they're looking for money to buy more ammunition, to buy more tear gas. And who is the intended recipient of those tear gas? To whom is it going to be used? Not Al-Shabaab. The tear gas are meant for the people of Kenya. Whose money did they use when they came to the domestic market? They used the money belonging to the people of Kenya. Your own money. Ile pesa yako kidogo umeweka KCB. Ile pesa yako kidogo umeweka cooperative. Ile pesa yako kidogo umeweka Equity. That is the money that is lent to William Ruto's government in the domestic market. Then they are using that money to oppress you. They are borrowing money way ahead, up to over 60 years ahead. You are now being turned into a slave. And for what use was that money applied? If it was not stolen to enrich their pockets, it was used to buy weapons and tear gas to oppress you, so that you can continue to be their slave and to feed that financial Ponzi scheme. You will always be working for them. Every time you deposit money in any of those 3 banks, it is going into their pockets. Part of it is used to control you. So if we've been their slaves all these years, the time has come when we must rise up and say no. You cannot use my own money to harm me. You cannot use my own money to buy tear gas to throw at me. You cannot use my own money to buy bullets to kill me when I just exercise my Article 37 rights to demonstrate and to ask for good governance. So, kila mtu has a role to play. There are those who have gone to the streets. There are those who are speaking on these issues. But even if you are somewhere and you feel that you believe in a better Kenya, the people's agenda, where we can find a way to unshackle ourselves from this yoke of slavery, I urge you, go and do a scan of the top leading banks that are lending to the Kenyan government illegally. Why should your money be used to oppress you? Why should your money be used to make you a slave? And the top leading banks lending to Kenya government today is KCB, Equity, and Cooperative. Why should we have our deposits in those banks? In fact, I've seen there was a notice that we should be occupying those banks. And any Kenyan can go in that space. Write to your bank manager. Write a text message. Write a petition. Occupy the banks that are lending money to the government to oppress us and to enslave us. Tell them you will not apply our deposits to an illegal lending scheme. If they don't listen, then we should be able to take courage and appear in any of those banks, their respective branches, and say no. Do not use our money to fund our oppression.
Thank you.
The banks must stop lending money to William Ruto illegally. The next tier are the international lending institutions, IMF and World Bank. They are not here to further the Kenyan people's interests. They are here to further the interests of the colonialists, the neo-colonialists who are trying to control Africa and Kenya. I was very happy to see some Kenyans in America did a demonstration yesterday outside the offices of World Bank and the IMF. That is how it should be. We